What's up? It's your boy Fast checking in with you with another one. Hit that subscribe button for your boy so you can get into this 500 subscriber giveaway that I got going on. All you got to do is just subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know that you in the contest and everything is all good. But yeah, family falls out with family in the penitentiary too. They might have a disagreement over money. I mean, it could be drugs. I mean, it could be boys. I mean, it could be anything that they fall out for, but they might fall out over a certain situation. But yeah, I was in Lansing Correctional Facility at this time. I had medium custody, but they had me in the max until they had room over in the medium to where they can transfer me over to the facility. I was just doing my normal thing. It was this dude named Cletus. I mean, he had a brother named Brazil. I mean, both of them was feminine as a motherfucker. But shit, the guards loved him, so shit, they always let them do whatever they wanted to do. I mean, Cletus was tall. He probably was about 6'9". He had like a curl, but I don't know if it was a curl or nothing like that, but it could have been a curl, but that's what it looked like to me, was a curl. Yeah, in Brazil, I mean, he had like a boil on the back of his head right here. I don't know if it was a cyst or a boil, but it was real big, and it looked kind of crazy too. But yeah, he worked in the barbershop, and his brother Cletus worked over in the trash company, on trash crew. So one day I was on the yard just doing my normal thing, walking the track. And when I come around, boom, I see like Brazil sitting on the dugout thing over there, because the Aryan Brotherhoods, they hang out over there too. They have meetings and stuff. So I kind of look over there at them too, because I was kind of watching them at the time, because shit, I ain't never know how they move and stuff. So, but I was looked over in the dugout, and I seen Brazil over there sitting with a dude, and the dude looked real feminine, like it was a female, and I couldn't believe that I had a double look on him, because shit, it looked like a real female at this time. So I was like, let me come back around and look again, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that my eyes didn't mistake me. But when I get around there again, they sit down there again, I'm like, shit, that is a motherfucking dude, but it just looked just 100% like a female at this time. So yard over, and I'm leaving out the yard, and when I'm coming out the yard doing my normal thing, they got sometimes, if somebody get caught with some contraband, they got trash at the trash can at the end right there. So I get to the end, because just in case somebody might bring some commissary out or something, they might throw it away. So when I get out there to the trash can, that's when I see Cletus right there. He had like 3 other dudes with him. 2 of them was white and 1 of them was black, and they was feminine. Now, I see these 2 all the time because they work the trash crew, and I always see them in the alley, doing their thing, taking out the trash and stuff. So I'm walking back to the cell house. They got the child hall on one side, they got the clinic on the other side, and then when you get to the end, they got like the little mailbox thing right there where you can put all your mail in. And then 2 cell houses this way, 1 in the middle, and 2 on the other side. You can go left or right, or you can go straight. If you got medium custody, you can go straight. So I go to the cell house, do my normal thing, get up in my room, make my little drink that I make, from the kitchen, because I steal it up out the kitchen, so when I get back, I can make like a little Kool-Aid with it and stuff. So, boom, I get back, I drink my little drink, Like a few days later, like 3 days later, I said, shit, let me go ahead and give me some more drink, So I go to the child hall, I put it in a little soap thing, like a shampoo bottle. Boom, I get to the child hall, boom, hook the machine up, pour my shit in my little shampoo bottle, put my lid back on it, hook it back up to the machine, put it in my pocket, and walk on out. And when I'm walking on out, I get by the mailbox, so I can go straight to go into the dorm area. And that's when the guard was like, he needed to shake me down. So I'm like, all right. But I already know I had that stuff in my pocket, so I pulled it out of my pocket and I gave it to him. He was like, give me your badge. I gave him my badge. He took me into the little office right there, shook me down some more to make sure that I didn't have nothing else on me. He said he was going to write me up for a class 1 for stealing. So I was like, all right. So boom, I go back to my little dorm, like, shit, 9 o'clock come, that's when the captains call you down there to the office to do the write-ups and stuff. And they tell you, basically your charges, what you in there for, and if you're going to be pleading guilty or not guilty, and how are you going to do it. So I was like, shit, I'm going ahead and plead guilty to it, because I'm going ahead and get it over with. So he was like, when he told me I was going to plead guilty. He already knew that I was in a medium facility. So he was like, your custody going to change if you plead guilty right now. And I was like, shit, is it? So I was like, shit, I should just plead not guilty. But I was like, shit, I'm just going to go ahead and get it over with. Because they going to convict me, make me guilty anyway when I go to my other hearing. So I was like, shit, let me go ahead and get it over with. So I go ahead and plead guilty to it. Boom. Go back to my cell, thinking, dang, they're going to go ahead and move me. So, like, probably about 3 days later, then that's when they moved me. It's in the B cell house. Now, B cell house, when I get to B cell house got 4 tiers instead of 3. So I'm like, shit, all right. So they tell me I'm on the 3rd tier. So I'm like, all right. So I get all my stuff, taking it up there, realize that I left my bedding probably on the floor at the other unit where I got transferred from. So I go back downstairs and tell the guard I need some bedding. So he tell me I can go around to the laundry room and get it, but go ask Brazil if tell him where to go get it at. So I go to the little office they got right there, and it's like a barbershop right there. So I'm like, all right. I was like, hey, where I go get the sheets and stuff at? And he tell me where I go get the sheets and stuff at. And then I'm like, all right. So I go get the sheets, go up to my cell, boom, they lock me down. And when I'm walking down this time, it was the first time when I've been putting my stuff up, I didn't see that dude. So now the last time when I'm coming down, that's when I seen that dude that I seen on the bench. And I'm like, shit, dang. Shit, shit, he's over here. I'm kind of tripping. I ain't tripping or nothing like that. I'm just kind of in suspense because shit, now this dude is in the same cell house on the same run. So I go to my room, lock up, boom. And then that's when my neighbor, his name was Nico, he was like, hey, man, what's up, man? What's going on with you, man? I was like, shit, nothing, man. Shit, just doing my normal thing. And he was like, yeah, that's real. We just both doing this. And we just basically talking, just kicking shit. We ain't really talking about no type of bad shit or no type of hustling or nothing like that. We just basically talking about just normal stuff, that we doing in the penitentiary, how things is moving and stuff like that. And he was like, man, you gonna see a bunch of crazy shit going on around here. And I was like, shit, am I? And he was like, yeah, you gonna see, you know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, So then, boom, yard time come, I go out to the yard, do my normal thing, come back in down the shower time. So when I go to the shower, I go to the last shower. So everybody's already in there, from the yard and stuff like that. So everybody got to take their shower back in the back. And back in the back of the shower back there, they just got like fountain heads, like 4 or 5 fountain heads with like 3, 4 nozzles on it where it spits the water out. And some of them work, some of them don't work. It just depends on some of them. Some people got their favorite shower head, some people don't. So when I'm back to taking my shower, doing my normal thing, that's when that dude come in there, and I'm looking, I'm like, shit. Like, damn, man, And then Brazil come in right after them. They both taking the shower. Now, dude takes off his drawers and all that. He get naked and stuff and get in the shower like it ain't nothing. And when he did that, I looking at his chest, and he had like some little titties, like some breasts and stuff. Now, it kind of threw me off, what I'm saying? So I'm looking. So that's when Brazil was like, what you looking at, boy? And I was like, shit, man, what you mean what I'm looking at? Because it threw me off, what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at that dude, and I'm like, shit, man, damn. This motherfucker got some motherfucking titties that look like Tootsie Rolls. I mean, they wasn't big or nothing like that. You could tell that they was getting worked on or something like that. They would just look kind of flabby, like kind of hanging a little bit, But I was looking, and it kind of threw me off. And he looking at me like, what you looking at, boy? And I'm like, shit, hurry up and turn my head. But shit, every few seconds, what I'm saying, I had to turn when I washing my face or something like that, I'm looking over there. Because I'm really in suspense on this shit. I'm like, damn, man, this motherfucker, I really got some motherfucking titties. So I heard him take my shower. I go back up to my room. And when I get back up to my room, that's when I tell Nico, I was like, hey, man, I ain't know that motherfucker down there, what I'm saying, had some little titties. And he was like, who you talking about? And I was like, shit, that dude, that light-skinned dude down there. And he was like, you must be talking about D. And I was like, shit, is that his name? Like I said, I ain't know his name at that time. He was like, yeah, that's D. That's Brazil's, what I'm saying, girl. And I was like, shit, that's his girl? And he was like, yep. Shit, I see. He said, they been messing around ever since he got here. He already probably been here about a week, almost 2 weeks. He ain't been here that long. He just finally got him moved in the cell house just like a few days ago. So they can, I guess, be kind of acquainted and stuff. Like I said, them guards down there, they was moving them around. And like I said, they had so much kind of control over the penitentiary that the guards let them do anything that they want. They probably told that man, hey, move him in this cell house or whatever so he can be kind of close to me. But Brazil was on the other side. He wasn't on the same side that dude D was on. So the way that they move it probably was kind of, I don't know how they was getting that things off, how they was doing it, but shit, they was on two different sides. So, boom. I get up, after that, talking to him, walking the cell, get my little rotating and just basically just asking him what's going on. So then like a few minutes later, he said, hey man, they supposed to be getting married. I was like, shit, they gonna get married? And he was like, yep, they supposed to be getting married here in about a week or something like that on the yard. And I was like, shit, dang. I'm thinking to myself, do they really do it like that up in there? But shit, when it comes to them boys, you never know what them dudes gonna do. So then we sitting up here talking, boom. I go to the yard, the next day. And when I'm on the yard, that's when I seen Cletus out there. He's over there talking to D. Because I guess Brazil was probably doing it at the barbershop, cutting some people's hair, so he probably couldn't come to the yard at that time. So I seen Brazil over there talking to that boy D. So I was like, shit, what's going on with them two, But shit, he wasn't with none of his little three dudes that he hung out with, so I ain't ever put two and two together to see if they was doing anything or nothing like that. But yeah, it just looked kind of suspicious that them two was talking, and his brother, was messing with that dude as well. So I just probably thought that they was just on some regular, normal stuff. So then, boom, I come back to the cell house, and when I come back to the cell house, I'm looking to see who's all up in there and stuff like that, because shit, I don't want to go back to the Shire if that dude and them two's back there, because shit, I don't want to be looking at that dude or anything like that to where, Brazil will probably get mad at me again the way that he did. So I put my name down for the barbershop while I was down there, boom, said I was going to do the barbershop probably tomorrow or something like that. So then when the next day when I get to the barbershop to get my hair cut and stuff, he cutting my hair. That's when that dude D was up in there in the barbershop with him when they cutting hair, and they was in there kind of arguing, and I basically overheard them saying, hey, don't be talking to my brother, And then D was like, I ain't talking to your brother. And he was like, shit, I don't want to see you talking or doing any type of communication with him or anything like that. So D was going back and saying he wasn't going to be doing nothing like that. So basically, I'm hearing a conversation of them arguing about, I guess, whatever went on in the yard, the other day. So then, boom, while I'm sitting there, getting my hair cut, that's when D was like, hitting him on the shoulder, and then that's when Brazil was like, hey man, sorry about that for yesterday, for telling you, not to be looking at my girl and stuff, her titties and stuff. And I was like, shit, I ain't mean to be looking at her. I say it just kind of threw me off. And he's like, yeah, that throws everybody off, because everybody do it, but I'm just trying to make sure that ain't nobody really trying to talk to her, because he said that they was going to be getting married. And I was like, all right, man, shit, I ain't really worried about nothing like that. So then after I leave the barbershop, I go back up to my cell, and I'm telling Nico, what happened, I was like, shit, dude, apologize, about me looking at that dude and stuff. And he was like, shit, did he? And I was like, yep. So then while we sitting there chilling, you can kind of look down on the run and stuff out the window and stuff. So he was like, man, look, man, you see Brazil with them boys over there? He said, I think they be taking them back to the little storage area back there, and I think he be fucking them back there. And I was like, shit, do he? So I'm looking, I'm seeing it, I'm like, damn, this is after hours, How is he walking, with these people, doing this and doing that? So then, like I said, me and Nico, he's just telling me, about all the crazy stuff that was going on with them, and how that the guards just let them just walk around and do all type of crazy stuff and don't really care about what they do and stuff. And the guards, know what they do. And they know that they booty bandits and stuff like that, but just like shit, the stuff that they're doing around there to help the guards out and stuff, that they ain't really tripping off or nothing like that. I guess, both of the brothers were really cool with the warden and stuff. So he just basically telling me all the stuff that he don't basically witnessed. I ain't never seen none of this stuff with my own eyes, so I was kind of confused to it at that time. But once I started looking at that situation, it kind of opened my eyes to certain things, how these dudes was messing with the boys and stuff all the time, and police was actually letting them get away with it. They wasn't really tripping off things like that. I mean, if the guards was gonna let them get married and stuff up in there, you can just imagine what else they was gonna let them boys do. But yeah, so after I seen that, I was kind of questioning everything. So now when I go out to the alleyway out there to go to the child hall or anyway, I'm kind of looking to see what's going on with everybody, because shit, that's just how we do it. Once you see something, you kind of wonder what's going on. So I'm seeing Brazil, like I said, doing his normal thing with his little 3 people, walking around little alleyways, taking the trash back there to the back. They doing all type of crazy ass shit, I ain't never seen none of this stuff with my own eyes, but I can just imagine what they was doing to them boys once they got up into the rooms and stuff like that. But yeah, one day I was on the yard again, doing my normal thing. Like I said, Brazil didn't come back out there, and I seen them 2 talking again. And the crazy thing was that I put my name on the barbershop on the list, already. So I was supposed to go to the barbershop, probably about the next day. So when I seen that, boom, I'm looking, I'm like, shit, I ain't really paying no attention. I'm just listening to, remembering the conversation that they had when last time when I was in the barbershop about Brazil didn't want her talking to Cletus or nothing like that. So I'm like, shit, all right. So boom, when I go to the barbershop, boom, I'm sitting in the chair and getting my hair cut, doing my normal thing, Then Brazil asked me, did I see anything, on the yard or something like that, yesterday. And I was like, shit, I ain't seen nothing. I'm lying to him because I did see it, but shit, I ain't trying to get them caught up in, no type of crazy ass shit up out there. And he was like, some people already told me, that they seen it. I just want everybody that's sitting down that I know that was on the yard yesterday, when they sit down, I'm just asking them, if they seen it, just to get some type of, recollection on what was going on yesterday. And I was like, man, I ain't see it, but even though I did see it, I just told him that I didn't see it. So he was like, all right. So then, boom, we go after that, everybody locked down and stuff. The next day, I didn't go to the yard or nothing like that. I stayed in. I said I was going to take my shower early. So when I get up, after 1 o'clock, you can take your shower. So I get up, I go take my shower, and that's when D come in there. And D's like, did you tell Brazil anything yesterday? And I was like, shit, I ain't tell him nothing, And I'm looking, at this motherfucking female like, shit, this dude like, shit, nah, I ain't getting into none of that stuff, And he said, you sure you didn't say nothing to him yesterday? And I was like, nah. He said, because he's mad today. And I was like, shit, what is he mad about? She said, because I guess, Cletus was talking to me yesterday and some people seen it. And I was like, shit, I ain't really got nothing to do with that. So I hurry up and showered and got my ass up out there. So then, later on that day, I guess I go to Chow, and when I go to Chow, boom, I'm seeing him and his brother over at the table, and they like kind of arguing, and I ain't know what they was arguing about, but you can tell that the conversation was kind of heated, for a minute, So then when I'm sitting there eating, I hear him say to one of them, Cletus say to one of the 2 white boys, bitch, get over here, let me talk to you. So then when the dude went over there and talked to him, I don't know, like I said, I don't know what they was talking about because I really didn't know too much about their situation. I just knew that I got myself involved in it, when I started looking at them titties and stuff like that. And then, I start peeping out stuff. So then I hear them over there, talking, and I leave out, boom, breakfast time come, and we sitting there eating breakfast. And on breakfast, that's when D was down there too. And then all of a sudden, the conversation got real kind of, hectic or whatever. But yeah, y'all hit that subscribe button for y'all boy before I finish out this story, So then I was sitting there looking at that shit, like I said, it's breakfast time, I'm looking at how everything's been moving out for them, and they like, shit, boom. I'm looking at them. I'm like, shit, what's really going on? You know, I ain't really, like I said, I don't really know too much of the situation. I'm just kind of peeping it out. So then I get up, go out to the child, you know, go out, do my normal thing. The guards see me again. Now they want to, you know, somebody else want to try to shake me down and stuff like that. I'm like, shit, all right, man, you know what I'm saying, shake me down, you know. Boom, I go back to my little room. And when I go back up to the cell, I'm telling Nico, man, you know, what's going on with them people, man? You know, I hear a little chitter-chatter going on down there, you know. And he's like, yeah, man, shit, I guess, you know, old boy don't want to marry old girl now. So now it's like kind of little beef going on because I guess the brother was trying to talk to D as well and trying to get him on the team, and they end up, you know what I'm saying, kind of falling out over that stuff. And I was like, shit, they did? And he was like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying, I think they ain't brothers no more for right now until everything kind of clear up. And I was like, shit, all right. So then lunchtime come, and that's when, you know what I'm saying, they get kind of crazy because it kind of threw me off for a minute. So then when I go in there, I'm seeing D sitting at the table with Cletus. I'm like, shit, what the fuck? You know, why the motherfucker sit at the table? So then that's when Brazil come in, and instead of him coming through the line to get his tray to come back all the way around, he jump over the little rail right there. Cause see, at this time the penitentiary had like little rails. It didn't have like the walls to where they kind of built them up now to where they don't see the trays and stuff no more. It just had like the little rails, and then it had to where you can see basically how it was everybody was eating. So then he get up, boom, and he jumps over the motherfucking rail. And when he run over the rail, he's like, bitch, get up, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, shit, looking at that shit for a minute, and I'm kind of confused, you know? So then, boom, all of a sudden, Cletus jump up, you know? And he's like, shit, Portia's Brazil. It's like, man, you know what I'm saying? Shit, she gonna be my girl, you know? And Brazil was like, shit, nah, she ain't. She gonna be my girl, you know? So they're both going back saying who gonna be with who. So then after a few seconds, that's when, you know what I'm saying, D get up, you know what I'm saying? Then she slapped, you know what I'm saying, Brazil, like, psh, like, shit, what the fuck, you know? So then when she smacked him, that's when Brazil, you know what I'm saying, grabbed her by the neck right here, you know, and start choking her. And that's when his brother, you know what I'm saying, kind of intervened with it and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, start swinging on Brazil. Cletus start swinging on Brazil. Boom, 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 boom. So they going back and forth, you know what I'm saying, with everything. So then Brazil pushed D off of him for a second, and then they started, you know, talking for like a few seconds. I mean, the guards wasn't even like they was intervening with none of that stuff. And then like probably about 5 minutes later, like 5 minutes after all this stuff, I mean, everybody looking at this shit going down, and the guards ain't even trying to break up no type of fight or anything like that. So then, like, probably, like I said, about 5 minutes later, that's when the guards come in and the captain come in there, take them all out to the little booth out there to do their little thing. I guess I don't know if they went to the hole or nothing like that. But yeah, like when dinner time come, the motherfuckers was out the motherfucking hole. They wasn't even in the hole or nothing like that. So you know that the guards, you know what I'm saying, kind of accepted what they did. But yeah, when you go to the penitentiary, you might see some more crazy shit like that go down to where the guards, you know what I'm saying, love certain inmates to the point to where they let them kind of do anything that's going on over there. They don't really bother them about nothing. They let them mess with their boys. They let them do all type of crazy stuff. But yeah, they didn't end up getting married or anything like that after that. But yeah, they ended up, you know, I don't know if that D ended up getting with anybody, because I think he ended up getting transferred like probably that week later, you know. But yeah, this is your boy Fast checking in with you with another one. I know that story's kind of confusing and stuff like that because I didn't really know all the details of the individuals that went down. But I was just telling y'all a story about how I seen something kind of crazy going down up in there, and how two brothers end up getting into an altercation over a boy. But yeah, this your boy Fats checking in with y'all with another one. Y'all stay up.